Hello winners! Welcome back to our channel. I'm Michelle.
I'm Natalie.
And today we have a special vlog video for you guys. We got to visit
DisneyWorld, Florida.
For the first time for all of us, really. I counted it as the first time for me because the last time I went was like out of my memory range. I'm pretty sure I was like maybe 6 or 7, so it doesn't count because I don't remember it that much.
24 years ago.
Yeah, so a long time. But it was Natalie and William's first time going, so we had a lot of fun. We thought it would be fun to kind of just do a vlog and just talk to you guys about how it was with not only our first visit, but also having to stick to the new coronavirus guidelines restrictions that they have in place for everybody. So our experience is definitely a little bit different than your normal Disney World experience because of all the different restrictions, stuff that wasn't running or anything like that while we were there. But it was probably good because that way we didn't get like too overwhelmed for our first visit, and we actually tried to hit all 4 parks and everything, so it was a lot to take in a short amount of time. So let's start off with first time on an airplane.
Really scary.
Yeah, she got a little scared. She was okay though. She said she was scared, but she was totally fine. She just didn't want to look out the window very much.
No, I don't want to get scared.
No, but yeah, so with again all of the new restrictions and not a lot of people traveling right now, we were able to get tickets and stuff super cheap. Definitely cheaper than we would ever have in any other kind of case. That's why we were actually able to make this trip in the first place, was because we're like, well, if we're gonna go and all the prices are super low, right? Because we don't know when we'll ever be able to make this trip again. We live a lot closer to Disneyland, so that's usually our go-to park. But yeah, so we got to do an airplane for the first time for Natalie. It's been like probably 20-ish years since the last time I was on a plane. I'm not really sure when Daddy's last time on a plane was. Probably quite a while ago too. At least 10 years. So there's that. We hit up Magic Kingdom on our first day there.
On Monday.
Yes, so we had, let's see, shall we talk about what we wore? I'll put a picture up so that they can see. So I was dressed in my, I'll let you guys know too where I got all my stuff in case you're interested, and link all of the stuff there. I was wearing a Hercules dress from Kawaiian Pizza Apparel. I want to say the ears are from Earisistible Shop. Natalie, do you remember what you were wearing?
No. Oh no, I remember the Tsum Tsum one.
Yes, you're wearing your Tsum Tsum dress and ears from, I think you wore some Irresistible ears too. I'll have to double check. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna pull up the pictures right now because, you know, it's already been a while. Oh no, you know what? You wore the Mulan ears from
Flowers Gleam.
Yeah, Flowers Gleam and Glow. And I'll show you guys too. I used a watch charm by Pixie Does Wearables. She is amazing. If you guys like watch covers and all of that fun stuff, look at her shop. She posts dates when she sells things. And they sell it really fast, so keep an eye on when she runs her sales because they're already made, and then she only sells like what she has in stock. That way you're not like stuck waiting on orders and all of that. But yeah, that was that first one. So we got to pick up Magic Kingdom. So we got to do the whole thing where, you know, you park in the lot. There's no trams running or anything right now. I'm guessing it's because it's going to be too hard for them to like clean in between the amount of people coming in. So you do have to walk into the park. They take your temperature. Security checks are fairly quick too, in the sense of like they just have you carry everything through the metal detector, so be careful bringing stuff in. So the less stuff you bring in, the easier it will be on you, because they're trying to just get people through as fast as possible and as little contact between everyone as possible. But yeah, temperature check and all of that. I think like that 1 week that we were there, we got our temperatures taken more than in the entire time we've been in quarantine. We got our temperatures taken so much. Not only each time we entered into the parks, but even into Disney Springs that we went to over the weekend. They took your temperature before you went in there too, so there's a lot of precaution in place. Hand sanitizer everywhere.
Yeah.
And we mean everywhere. Before rides, in the lines, when you get off the ride, like there's hand sanitizing things everywhere, and we saw people filling them, the cast members filling them like just all the time throughout the time we were there. So it's very rare that you run into one that's like empty, but even if it's one is empty, there's usually one probably within a few feet, so you'll have more hand sanitizer right there for you. What else? They also had hand washing, like portable hand washing stations, usually closer to like where like dining areas would be. So they do have sinks, you know, they have soap, paper towels for you to clean. Everything is all run right there. You don't even have to touch the faucet. Because it's a portable thing, there's like a little foot pump at the bottom, so you kind of just pump it with your foot and the water will flow out for you to wash your hands and all that stuff. So people were asking us like how we felt there, you know, safety wise and everything. Like I said, more temperature checks than I've had in months, all in the span of 1 week. Hand sanitizer. The rides would like continuously get stopped to clean all of those seats and everything between people. They had markers along the ground for the lines that were like spaced, so like these big strips that would just say like please wait here, you know, so that you don't get too close to the family in front of you and stuff. And so each family kind of tries to stay as in that little area as much as possible, just to avoid overlapping with other people. And so it made the lines seem super long because everyone had to space, you know, several feet apart. But the lines moved continuously because everyone has to stay further back, and they load pretty continuously, and they didn't load the rides like full like they usually do. You know how like before they'll have like single riders, all of that, where they like fill up a ride as much as possible before they send it out. No, they will load, you know, families are by themselves, and like, so like on a roller coaster, for example, like you have one family that will sit, they'll leave like a row or two or more even of like empty rows, and then another family, so they're keeping everyone far apart. You have to wear your mask the entire time you're there. Like I repeatedly heard cast members having to tell people, you know, if they saw someone with their mask like down or like it was below their nose, not wearing them properly, you know, you have to cover your nose and your chin, they have to cover your face. They're very strict about the mask guidelines, in the sense of like you're not allowed to wear like just neck gaiters. I don't think masks were even allowed to have like the little vent things that a lot of them have. Like they have to be fully covered, 2 layers, cover your nose, cheeks, chin. So they're very strict on that to keep not only like other guests safe, but also the cast members who are working there, you know, every day. So we repeatedly heard cast members telling people, you know, they needed to put their mask back on and everything. The only time you're really able to take the mask off is if you're eating or drinking. And technically you're supposed to be stationary when you do that, so you can't just like walk around and eat as you're like wandering around. You'd have to find a spot, sit down, and then eat there and take your mask off. Otherwise, yeah, they're really strict with keeping your mask on. We had people just they were just telling people all around us to make sure their masks were up, including kids. So if you're gonna go and you have little ones that you're taking with you, make sure they're used to the mask, because anyone 2 and up have to be wearing a mask. As much as I did hear people, you know, telling them to fix their masks and stuff, it wasn't like so bad that you're like, oh god, it's uncomfortable that there's so many people not wearing their mask or anything like that. It was just more of like someone was probably like I did it once. I didn't get yelled at, but you know, I took a drink of something and then kind of just forgot to like put my mask back up for a second. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta, you know, make sure my mask is back up while we're waiting in a line. Yeah, they were so strict about that even if like you were standing in line waiting for a ride and you were eating something, which is fine, but like if you're, you know, the line starts moving, they're like, put your mask back on as you're moving, and then you can take it off again to like take another quick drink or whatever like that. So for us, we felt that they took a lot of precautions to make sure that everyone tried to stay safe for each other, for the cast members working there. But yeah, like there was one of the times we were on the ride Everest, and there were like 3 families on the entire roller coaster, because they just load people on and go. They don't worry about like stopping everybody to like get on a ride, fill it up, and go. It was just like, if someone behind you is too, like if they're loading people on, you know, they're getting everyone separated, and if like you get a little distracted or don't notice, because where the markers are, sometimes if you go around a corner, if the line goes around a corner and you don't pay attention, you don't realize the line has moved. Because the person, they're like, you know, they're waiting around the corner, you're waiting over here, and the line moved. If you're not looking, you don't notice that they moved. And so like sometimes the line will like get a little stalled, but they don't sit there and just wait and make sure everyone fills in. They're like, all right, well, send the roller coaster off. So they were just trying to get things moving as quick as possible without crowding people. But yeah, so first day at Magic Kingdom. What was your favorite ride at Magic Kingdom? Which one? You forgot which one is at Magic Kingdom? I think that your favorite Magic Kingdom was probably Thunder Mountain. Yeah. We hate to say it, but we like our Space Mountain more at Disneyland. I'm sure there's gonna be like angry people.
Like a lot of hate.
like their Space Mountain better. But I don't know. For us, we prefer our Space Mountain back at Disneyland. But that was a lot of fun. We of course hit up all our big roller coasters. So we're ride junkies. That's kind of our favorite thing, to hit up roller coasters. So we definitely liked Thunder Mountain. Was more or less the same as our old one. They don't have the bleeding goat, right?
They don't have.
Like they have a goat, but it doesn't make the sound. Like you gotta have the goat sound.
And the temperature there is really hot.
It was extremely hot. I think like the second we landed there, it was just humidity. Your temperature is not nearly as hot as ours here in Arizona. Like, you know, we were in like the hundreds here still. And we were like maybe like 80s while we were there, kind of low 90s a couple of the days. But it felt so much worse.
It felt like it was like 100 degrees.
Yeah, just we are not used to the humidity. When people joke about how like it's a dry heat in Arizona, yeah, apparently that's actually like a real thing. We didn't realize just how much of a difference it makes. But what else did we have in Magic Kingdom that we were like, oh, you know what? We got to try the lava you float. So Natalie's not huge on Dole Whip. Blasphemy, I know. But she's not huge on Dole Whip. She's not big on the pineapple flavor. But my husband and I both love the Dole Whips. He likes the float. I'm not so much on like the not coconut, pineapple juice part of it. I like just the ice cream. But we got to try the lava you float, which was, he ordered this, so I didn't pay much attention to what it was, but I think it was the Dole Whip ice cream with strawberry Fanta.
And like pop
poured
rocks.
in, and pop rocks on top. It
They're
was
delicious.
super good. Yeah, so even she liked it. So she's not a Dole Whip fan, but she liked that one. So super good. So if you're there, definitely try it out. I want to say it's at Sunshine Tree.
It had the little birdie on it.
It has the orange bird, and it's in Adventureland, I think.
Yeah.
Was it Adventureland? Yeah. Like when you first walk into Adventureland, it's like right on your right hand side is a Sunshine Tree something. But it has an orange bird on there. That's another thing. That's a Disney World thing. I don't think we have orange bird at Disneyland. I've never heard of him before.
Probably not.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that was our first day, and then we also got to go during technically Halloween time. So they put up the Halloween decorations on September 15th. Yeah, and I think our first day there was like the 21st. So we got to see the Halloween decorations. There wasn't a whole ton that was like holiday themed, like the parades and stuff. You don't get to see the really big parades. So to keep people from congregating, the parades came like a little bit at a time, basically. Like it would be like one float, basically. And it would be one float with like a few of the characters around there. And so they try to keep it minimal, and that way like it would just take a really short path through. And so people wouldn't be like stopped or like trying to find a spot and, you know, gathering all up and down Main Street to try to watch a parade. It'd be more like they would run every now and then, and you would just happen to like see them as you're like walking around or something. You'll hear the music and you'll see them, you know, everyone kind of gathers like super close, because again, they don't stay in one spot very long. It's just a moving float. So you go out, you get to see them, take pictures and videos and all of that, just to like wave at the characters, say hi. So we saw a few of those. So they were kind of Halloween themed, like Mickey and his friends were all in their Halloween costumes, so cute. They would do kind of meet and greets, not like you'd line up meet and greets, but kind of they would just appear at different places around the parks, and you'd be able to kind of interact with them and wave at them from afar. Like when you first come, the characters are going to be up in that little balcony at the top where the train station is. I'm not really good about like names of locations, but you know, at the entrance there's that train station at the very top. Yeah, so up there, the characters will do meet and greets right up there for you. And you know, little princesses and some other, like we saw Anastasia and Drizella over by like the Princess Pavilion place, the fairy tale place. I think that's what they normally have right there. So they'll have like the characters, you know, behind a barrier far away. You can still interact with them a little bit, wave and take pictures, basically just like standing in front of where they are, and they'll usually notice that you are doing that, and they'll pose behind you to get a photo. They're a little far away, but they're there. I think Natalie got a couple photos with some of the characters. When I edit this video, I'm gonna put pictures in so you guys can see a little bit more about what we have. But that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. You didn't get to quite meet them, but it was better than nothing. You still got to see the characters, and again, it's for the safety of everyone, so we deal with it. Shows weren't really put on, right? There's not really any shows or anything like that. It's mainly the rides that are open. A few of the restaurants are even closed. But yeah, is there anything else about that first day that you want to talk about?
There was some yummy frozen lemonade.
Oh yes! So again, hot as heck. We couldn't stand it. I have like just a little like manual hand fan thing, and I wore that thing out so much that it broke the last day that it was there. Like I just snapped one of the little things off. But yeah, I tried my best to like, you know, try to keep fanning all of us while we were waiting and everything. But during that time while we were waiting, Natalie wanted something cold and not just a soda or anything. So we saw that they had the Minute Maid frozen lemonade stuff. So she wanted that. So we went over while we were waiting, while my husband waits in line. We ran off to try to grab this frozen lemonade. And at first she got just the lemonade, but then she saw they had strawberry. So she got strawberry.
It was delicious.
It was super good. Like, it's this random thing. I don't know like how many people actually like that or try it out, but we discovered this frozen strawberry lemonade and it is super good. So we got it multiple times throughout the rest of the week at the other parks too.
Delicious.
It was very good. But yeah, so I just realized how long these videos are going to be, so we'll split this up into parts. So this is going to be part 1
of Magic Kingdom.
Yes, so part 1 we'll do Magic Kingdom. We might squish a few of the other parts together because they were a little bit smaller, but that was our kind of experience with Magic Kingdom and getting there for the first time. And oh, you know what? I forgot one of the rides. We have different rides between the two parks a little bit. The Seven Dwarfs Mine. That was pretty fun. Like, we wanted to try that one out because we don't have that one back at Disneyland.
The scariest part, like when you, like right when the roller coaster like starts moving, you just go down like immediately. You're just like, and you feel like, and that's just normal, like a normal roller coaster. You should try. It's really cool.
Was that really fun? Alright.
And scary too.
I'm trying to go through our photos a little bit, and that way maybe I can remember a little bit more. Like I said, though, this first video is already getting super long. But we'll split this into parts. So if you guys come back, we'll split this into different parts and we'll upload one a week just so you guys can follow along a little bit. Let's see. So what was it? You know, we had some issues with our hotel too. Again, I think it might just be because of COVID and like, you know, the office that we were trying to get, like our first place that we were staying at, there was like no one there. We couldn't get a hold of everyone. It was a bit of a mess. Yeah, again, they were not in their office because you know, COVID, so they weren't in the office themselves to actually meet up with us, but then we couldn't get a hold of anyone over the phone and stuff like that. So it was a bit of a mess. Took us several hours to finally get to our hotel after getting off the plane.
It's really fancy.
But we ended up getting a fairly nice hotel for like $68 a night, which is super cheap for that type of hotel. It had like a pool, water slide, all that fun stuff outside for Natalie.
Even had an arcade.
Yeah, so it was a nice fancy hotel, and again, these prices, you can't really beat them for what it is right now because everything's cheap because no one's really staying at anything. I don't know if this is like in the case for like all hotels or anything like that, but like for ours, to keep minimal contact with everyone, their room service is only like by request, so they don't just kind of all like randomly come in every day, only if you want them to bring any stuff in or anything like that for you. The rooms were cleaned a lot more too, like the remotes were all wrapped up in plastic and everything like that. Yeah. So I think that's mostly it for our first day. If we think of anything else, we'll just jump back to it in the next videos. But for this first part, that's it for our, you know, travel to Florida for the first time. So hot.
And Magic Kingdom.
Yes, and our first day at Magic Kingdom at Disney World. So don't forget to do all the usual stuff. What do they need to do, Natalie?
Like, subscribe, turn that notification bell so we know when we post. And that's it.
Tell us if you've been to Disney World or want to go soon, or what you're looking forward to, and all, like, or what's your favorite thing, like anything. We like it when people leave comments. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the first part. I didn't realize how much we had to say about all of this stuff, so I'm gonna split this into several videos and we'll upload them over the span of a few weeks. But we hope you guys enjoyed kind of just our take on our first visit to Disney World and going on vacation during, you know, COVID with all the health restrictions.
And please bring a fan that's recommended for us.
Alright guys, we will see you guys all next time.
Let's go out with a